Hello everyone, Drum Tech drummer and online educator Kenny Sharretts here with an instructional video on how to install a 4-inch diameter port from bass drum O's using a porthole cutting tool, also from bass drum O's. Now for those of you who don't know, bass drum O's offers a wide variety of quintessential tools for your drum head porting needs. There's a traditional 4-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch portholes with an adhesive back locking ring for a rattle-free port that protects the drum head as well as the drum's tone. And these are available in a wide variety of colors. There are also these cool 2-inch tom ports that are also available in a variety of colors. Or how about the 6-inch oval port in black and white for a more elegant look to your port. Next up, we have the easy-to-use porthole cutting tool that can be adjusted to cut holes in diameters of 2 inches to 10 inches. This is a must-have tool for every drummer and every drum tech. Finally, for those who need a prefab solution, Bass Drum O's offers pre-ported 20-inch, 22-inch, and 24-inch Remo ebony and Remo smooth white resonant heads with pre-installed Bass Drum O's in a variety of configurations. Visit Big Bang Distribution to see all the design options. I'm thinking about actually doing one kind of like this, y'all. Come on! So now that we've discussed all the options that Bass Drum O's offers for porting your drum heads, let's get into installing this 4-inch port using this awesome drum porthole cutting tool, y'all. Solid. Okay, y'all, so before we get to cutting, let's look at the tools we need to complete this project. Now, of course, you'll need your porthole from Bass Drum O's. I got my 4-inch one here with the adhesive back locking ring. You need your alcohol swab that comes with it for cleaning the port area once you cut it. You'll need what I highly recommend getting, the Bass Drum O's drum port hole cutting tool. Now you can use an X-Acto knife and there are instructions in the package for using an X-Acto knife, but I highly recommend getting this tool because not only is it inexpensive, compact, and easy to use, but it is hands down the best drum port hole cutting tool I've used in my 23 years as a professional drum tech. You will need a pen to mark your center point when you make your measurements. You will need a tape measure for making your measurements to find the spot you want on the drum head. You will need a flathead screwdriver for locking the back locking ring in once you get it down. And you will need a cutting surface. I recommend a piece of cardboard like this bass drum head box. I mean, you probably just got a bass drum head, you're putting a port in it, you might have a bass drum head box. So go ahead and use that for a cutting surface so you're not cutting the floor or the carpet underneath you. Now to get this going, first thing I recommend doing is grabbing your backing ring and kind of estimating where you want this from the head. Now for me, I want as much head surface as I can, so I want it close to the edge, but not too close so you don't get a twang or a wangy sound. I don't want it too close to the ground. I want it kind of up off the ground and up to the either left or right of the kit, kind of right up around it here. And so that's what I'm doing. And I like to go about 2 inches and maybe 2 or 3 ticks from the collar right in there. Now not from the actual hoop of the drum head, but from the collar. Now I'm going to check this, take a look, and we're about there. I'm going to lock this here. I'll put this to the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and lift up and put my fingers together to where they're touching and kind of swap places with this ring and double check what I'm seeing. Now, thankfully, the head's a bit opaque, so I could see. If it's a black head, you may not be able to see it, but I can guesstimate this is about where I want it. So I'm going to put my finger on, lock it in, and turn the head over and hold it in place. Now I'm going to go ahead and double check my measurements. Move just a little bit, there it is, just 3 ticks in, beautiful. I'm gonna hold it here, double check. This is always good to double check your placement. Yeah, I like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my thing right here, kind of get my centered out measurement of where I'm gonna be. Now, I know that if I put this blade right to the edge here, oops, make that good, lock it in, just kind of push this down, bam, I'm gonna have a little spot. Then I've got it marked. I'm gonna mark it with a pen just in case. And then I'm gonna make sure this is set to my 4 inches, which it is, 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch, and go all the way up to 10-inch. But I'm gonna make sure my pin is set in at the 4-inch. Before I cut, I'm gonna double check my measurement, put my little button here, look and see just how far we're in. Now that's a little bit further in than I expected. So I'm gonna come back, move just 1 little tick back, make sure I'm proper here. Oh, that's it, we're at 4 ticks and I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in, make sure we're in the right spot, loving what we're doing. I'm gonna press down on this and make sure my pin's in the space, and I'm gonna put my hand firmly in the center and press on the blade and hear it pop through. And then as you go around, you want to keep pressure on the blade, pressure on the center to make sure the pin stays in the center and the base drum O cutting tool does not move. Now, when you get up here and you put your weight on it like this, makes it easy as pie. And we just keep going in the circle, and boom. Now you may have to make that last little pass where you push a little bit harder to make sure she gets free, but bam, y'all. There we go, and I got a perfect hole exactly where I want it. Now, as I said before, you want to take this alcohol and swab to clean the area, but to be honest, this is like a rough head here, so I don't know how much it's gonna help, but it does get rid of the actual dust from cutting the head. So I'll go ahead and go around the edge a little bit. That alcohol dissipates just so the adhesive really sticks and really does a good job on it, y'all. Take this, tuck it over here. All right, now I'm gonna take the adhesive backing off of my front port, flip the drum head over, and pop that bad boy in and just stick it down and really flip it over and make sure the adhesive is stuck. And if the hole is cut well, look how easily that went in. And now your outer hole from the front is protected, the outer edge of your hole. All we gotta do is put this bad boy on. This is where this comes in handy. Boom. So we're gonna take this adhesive backing off and again, try to keep track of our trash. Now, when you go over this thing, you wanna center it, but also kind of lean it in and push on it. So the edge is right to the edge of your inside of your ring is right to the outer edge of this ring. So you got it right up against it. You push it down and kind of slide it in. You want to take this bad boy and just kind of lock this edge in. Now, as you push around, it's gonna be hard to get it in there because you haven't locked it all the way around. So, again, come around and push down on this with a flathead edge until you hear it pop into its locking part. Now this is the challenging part of putting this port in, but it is worth it, y'all, because once you get it in, it is locked, it is trouble-free, rattle-free, and gives you all the protection. Oh, there we go. I can hear it, I can hear it. And again, you want to be careful. You want to be direct and go forward. You don't want to slide too much. You see me sliding because I've been doing this before. I've done this a few times. But even I can slip and that'll tear your head. So you want to go around this and really make sure it's locked in all the way around. Pop it down in. Ha ha ha! And take that screwdriver and lock the inner edge in. Now if you don't, it will come undone. It will rattle and you want that to not happen. So in this situation, it's worth it. You might think you have it on, like I'm sitting here going, oh, I think I have it on, but I know I don't. All right, y'all. And now, let's give that pop. See what I mean? That thing can slide on you real easy if you're not careful, and I'm a professional tech. All right, here we go. We got it locked in all the way around, y'all. And now, this bass drum port is locked, stocked, and ready for performance, y'all. And it was easy as pie, especially with the Bass Drum O's drum port hole cutting tool, y'all. So let's go ahead and get this on the bass drum and start doing some videos and playing and drumming with it, y'all. So I hope this Bass Drum O's porthole installation video has been helpful to you. If Bass Drum O's seem like the drum porting solution for you, head on over to bigbangdistribution.com and check them out. Bass Drum O's and the Bass Drum O drum port hole cutting tool, y'all. Shot at.